Salutate Scopoli. This video is a quick recap of what we covered in our online class today, and a reference for you if there's any questions on this new material we've been covering. So for starters, this story is in chapter 5. Chapter 5 is titled Aqua. We read a little story called Thebris like a week ago, and now we're looking at a story called Thermae Neronianae. Thermae, if you recall from our Minecraft video, is the baths, right? It's like a big complex filled with different pools and things that one can do. And this is one specific bath complex in Rome called the Baths of Nero, right? So he paid for the building of these baths. The Minecraft video you watched was based on the Baths of Caracalla, which are bigger and were built by a later emperor named Caracalla. But your story takes place in 64 AD when Nero is the emperor, and these are some baths that he built. This is a room we probably know the name of in Latin, but we're going to see it in the caption too. And that's this here. Lucilius opoditarium intrat, he enters the locker room or the changing room. Ora octava est, it is the octava ora, it is the 8th hour. We know that the Roman day is divided into 12 hours, and so it's afternoon. Lucilius in apoditario, what's he gonna do? Vestimenta, that's not a verb, it's probably my direct object, and then deponent, my verb, ending in T, because Lucilius gets a T ending on the verb. He puts down his clothes, or he takes off his clothes. Here he's removing the toga. You can see he's got a tunic underneath, toga, tunica in Latin. All right, and then looks like he goes to a different part of the baths, which doesn't look like a bath, right? The euenist, that's the young man, that's Lucilius, palaestram intrat, he enters the palaestra, and it gets an M ending because it's the object, but it's called a palaestra, and it's like an exercise area, typically outdoors, where amicos, not my subject, it ends in os, it's my object, quaerit, where he looks for his amicos, right, his amici, but as the direct object. The palaestra is plena, right, it is full, sed Lucilius amicos videre non potest. What does Lucilius do? I need a verb that ends in T. Non potest. Lucilius is not able. And then this verb ends in RE, which we saw last week is the to form of the verb. He's not able to videre his amicos. Duo pueri, that's two boys, so my verb ends in NT. Two boys are fighting, fight. Lucilius, subject, pueros, object, intente spectat, verb. He watches the pueros intently. And one puer says, oh, nimium parvus sum. I am too parvus, opposite of magnus. Ego pugnare non possum. I am not able to pugnare. And Lucilius encourages him. He says, well, parvus est, sed Romanus, right? You are parvus, sed Romanus. You vincere potes, you are able to vincere, to win, to conquer, to be victorious. All right, Lucilius a palaestra exit, he goes out of the palaestra, et ad piscinam ambulat, to the main pool. Piscina is a fish pond or a pool. Piscina quoque est plena, Lucilius est laetus, why? Quod amicos audire potest. He's able to audire his amicos. His amici sunt in piscina, sed Lucilium, not the subject, right, direct object. His friends are in the pool, but something about Lucilius, videre non possunt, oh, that's an NT ending, but they're not able to videre Lucilius. Lucilius, now he is the subject, amicos vocat. Vocats calls his amici. And one of them goes, quid? What? Est Lucilius? Question mark. And the other one goes, in aqua sumus, right? We are in aqua. And this guy says, nos te videre non possumus. That's my we ending, right? Nos means we non possumus to videre te. We're not able to videre te. And so the young man currets et in piscinam salit, and he jumps into the piscina, and he says, ecce, look, right? See, estis laeti. Y'all are, question mark, are y'all happy? Like, are you happy now? Nunc, now, vos, y'all, me videre potestis. Y'all are able to videre me. That's a pretty funny joke. And so his amici maxime rident, right? They laugh really loudly. And one of them says, Thermae Neronianae sunt magnificae. Yeah, they look pretty nice. And this other dude, or I think it's Lucilius actually, says, Nero, subject, magnificam domum quoque aedificare cupit. So he built these nice baths, but Nero also cupit, desires or wants, to aedificare, to build, a domum magnificam. And historically he will. Nero will successfully build what we call the Domus Aurea, or the Golden House. And that's part of one of the reasons people think of him as for many reasons, of a bad emperor. But he hasn't done that yet in 64 AD when your story takes place. And this guy says, Imperator noam domum aedificare non potest. He's not able to aedificare a direct object, a noam domum in the accusative case. And dude's like, quid dices? What are you saying? And he explains it, urbs jam est plena. The city is already plena. And then Lucilius says, yeah, but Nero omnia facere potest. Like, he's able to facere omnia, all things, everything, whatever he wants. And so this story is showing us this new verb potest in its many forms. We saw it first in the T ending, right? He's not able. And then we got the M ending, I'm not able, or I'm able, possum. And then we get the S ending for you are able. So we've got the I form, possum, the U form, potes, the he, she, it form, potest. And then we get the possunt form, the they form. We get the possumus, the we form, and potestus, the y'all form, right? So sumus, possumus, potestus, and possunt, all seen in this story. Every time we get one, there's a verb ending in re right in front of it, and that's the to form of our verb, right? That's we call it the infinitive, but the re form of the verb is the to form. Y'all are able to videre. We are not able to videre. We forgot, you are able to winkere. I'm not able to pugnare. So we always have this possum with the ending based on who it is. I, you, he, she, it, we, all, they. And then paired with a to form of the verb, which is not specific to a person, right? It's not I fight, it's just to fight. And that's explained below the story on page 77 of your textbook. And basically, we know this verb sum, right? Sum est est, sumus est sunt. It means I am, you are, he is, we are, y'all are, they are. It's a little weird. We call it irregular because it's not like laboro, I work, laboras, you work, right? It's sum and then it's est. So it changes a little bit funny. But possum is based on it, right? So if sum is I am, possum, I am po, I am able. S is you are, potes, you are able. Est is he is, potest is he is able. Sumus is we are, possumus is we are able. Estus is y'all are, potestus y'all are able. You get the idea. And so the question is, how come some of them are possum and some of them are pot, right? This one's pos, this one's pot, this one's pot, this one's pos, this one's pot, this one's pos. And you can pause this video and take a second and see if you can figure out the pattern. In class, some people were like, well, it's different persons, and that's true, but that's what the ending is for, right? M or O means I, S means you, T is he, she, it. So we've got our 6 persons, or our 3 persons, singular and then plural. First singular, second singular, third singular, first plural, second plural, third plural. Those endings tell us that, but how come some of them, even, it's not a singular to plural thing, right? There's some singular ones that are pos and some plural ones that are pos. So you can pause this and see if you can figure it out if you weren't in class. But the answer is, if your form of sum started with S, you just double it. Sum and possum, sumus and possumus, and sunt and possunt. And if your form of sum started with an E, S, est, estus, you get pot instead. Potes, potest, and potestis. So that's it. If you know the forms of sum, the forms of possum are super easy. Double the S or put a T there instead. And so again, we're always going to see it with a RE ending on another verb in front of it. You're able to do something. So we get an infinitive, and then we get the ending on possum that is whoever the person is. That's it for today. Discipuli, gratias, and valete.